Praise Vectron, and welcome to Random Packet Loss. And today we are watching the second game from round one at the Huddersfield Regional at IQ Games. Thank you once again for to IQ Games for putting on such a fantastic tournament. And so we have John on the left playing NBN Near Earth Hub, and Andrew on the right playing Whizzard. And so this is very much the defining matchup of this meta. I say this is the last tournament, the last regional, I should say, under the old Most Wanted list. So both these decks have been severely nerfed since then, but yes, this will be a important relic of the past of what we used to put up with. So yes, so 2 installs and an ice. Oh no, I'm more of a fan of the 3 remote servers myself. So yeah, that's going to be trashed for free by Whizzard. Yeah, just Whizzard to keep you on top of it. I always feel with these matchups that it becomes a bit of a spam war. Like, can NEH put out more assets than Whizzard can deal with at the beginning of the game? Because if you're only putting out like 1 asset a turn, Whizzard does not care. But it does become quite tough on both sides, really. Yeah. It does look like John is struggling here for assets to spam out. See, I'm not even sure about that install there, because Whizzard's going to run it, trash it, then run the Jackson, and then you're going to pop the Jackson, and Whizzard has spent no money in the process. So, or just, I guess, leaving the Jackson isn't so bad, but yeah. But now, here you really want to be able to spam 3 assets out. Personally, I just think you need to overwhelm Whizzard with so many assets, because Whizzard can theoretically trash everything, and if he does, your deck kind of loses. This is assuming he's playing kind of a standard asset spam deck, which so far looks like it is. But it looks like it's icing remote here, which is another strategy you can take. To ice a key econ asset. That could be like a Mumba Temple, or maybe a was it a Turtleback? So both good options for icing a remote. But it looks like, it could be sneaking out agenda here. That would be also very strong. But it looks like we're getting a Faust to try and break through it, but it's a wraparound, so good play there. So, it looks like it isn't an Astro, because if that was an Astro, you just score it now, right? Like, you wouldn't leave it there for Andrew to find a David. Oh, no, it is a... Yeah, so he scores the Astro. Good play there from John. What you need to worry about now, though, is that you're at 0 credits. Whizzard has Turntable in the deck, which means that he's, it's quite possible for him now to just start hitting R&D with medium and Turntable. I think I can see Turntable in hand there, so no, it's a tough one. Whizzard is also only on 2 credits though, and this is really tough for Whizzard to get back from. But it looks like we're going to run, I don't know if it was Archives or Jackson, but at any rate, Jackson's being popped to shuffle in a bunch of stuff. And then we're just getting run on R&D. So the classic, run R&D, pop Jackson, run R&D. So, I like installing this Turntable here before you run R&D personally, because if you do hit like a 15 minutes or something like that, you're just smiling. See there, you know. But then again, he doesn't have the click to install turntables, so I guess, you know. So now you're in a bit of trouble as John. You need to get your econ back up. Looks like it's just drawing here, but he still has no money, which means that Andrew's in a good position just to install turntable and again just start running things. All he needs to do is act as a one-point agenda, and John is an unhappy bunny. So let's get another install. Again, I feel like Whizzard's just kind of the trickle of assets on the table is just meaning that Whizzard can just trash them without really any tempo hits, really. So not any credit hit. So yes, we're going to get turntable down. Gonna hit R&D. And that's yep, there you go. So all is good there. Looks like it's checking archives, and yeah, that's going to be a Jackson pop. I don't know if John is just flooded here, but this is really unfortunate. But this is looking very far in Whizzard's favour. This is part of the problem with playing NEH. You break yourself to score that first Astro, and then it's quite hard to recover from that if you haven't already got all the the asset econ set up. Because pretty much all your econ is assets. I only run three. I basically just run 3 Sweets Week in my deck, and that's the only non-asset econ. And that's just there just to kind of give you that boost when you are struggling for assets, but it's really tough. So yeah, it's just going to be install and gain 2 credits. At least there's 2 face down assets there, which Andrew needs to check. I mean, now the Astro's gone, I guess you kind of just need to get your stuff going. Okay, so at least there's a wraparound there to stop the R&D pokes for now. Andrew forgetting his wild side draw there. To be fair, Whizzard's also struggling for money, so everyone's kind of a bit poor. Which means those assets are open. This is good now. We're slowly building up a board of face down assets which Whizzard kind of wants to check, and that's kind of the position you want to be in as NEH. I'll be tempted to install something in that wraparound server, even if it's just nonsense. Just so, I mean, even if it's just like an econ asset, like I'll be tempted to install a Mumba Temple or a Turtlebacks in there if he's running it. It's just because you need at least some asset econ, and Whizzard, if they know what they're doing, and I feel like Andrew knows what he's doing, will just trash the economy, and once you trash the economy, NEH just can't survive. So the Actors Union, that is a must trash as well. Such a good card. It just gets NEH all the answers it needs. I was just going to take more credits. Yeah, the trouble is John doesn't have any money, so he can't even start rezzing these assets. Even if he does have a Turtlebacks down, he can't res it. Really what you want is credit sweeps. Or credit diversified portfolio. I mean, that's still only 3 credits. Diversified. Oh, he realised he did that slightly in the wrong order. Could have got himself an extra credit, but oh well. And now Andrew is as stable. You kind of want to be above 6 credits as Whizzard, and if you're above 6 credits, you're fine because you can install liberated accounts, as he does. And I imagine he's just going to click it. I feel like you always want to click liberated at least once, hopefully twice, before passing the turn. Mostly because, I mean, like, imagine if one of those face downs is breaking news. Looks like it's passing the turn. Let's say, I mean, I very much doubt it, but if one of those was a breaking news, Andrew would be so upset right now. But John's getting a pad campaign, so he's getting some econ going. And there's the turtlebacks, so we're getting some econ here. And the point... So the play here, I think, is install 3 assets. Preferably. Yeah. And this is where NEH can start to overpower Whizzard a little bit. This is looking a bit better. Would have liked a 3rd asset there, but you know what? I'll take it. John using creative server placement. And there's David down, so nothing is safe. The Anarch 2-card rig. 3 if you include Mimic, but meh, you don't need Mimic. Sentry Breakers are a crutch. But yeah, John's pretty happy for money here. I mean, I think as Andrew, you need to still like be trashing at least 1 asset a turn. I mean, that's your idea ability. Like, I think that Turtlebacks is a priority, then that pad campaign, just to knuckle down on this on John's econ, because I mean, John's quite happy at the moment. 4 credits, 2 econ assets. If he manages to install some stuff. Ooh, oh. If that's a breaking news, that is very, very good for John. Especially if he can, if that's breaking news, all-seeing eye. Suddenly John is in a fantastic position. Okay, come on. I believe me, John. So he's going to install something with the team sponsorship. Don't know what exactly I like. Sentiactus Union is a good one to install at this point. The downside being that it's quite cheap, but no, he's just going to install some ice. Come on, all-seeing eye. All-seeing eye. Oh no! Oh, that's a shame. That would have been amazing. To be honest, I kind of... I don't know, but I probably would be more tempted to trash Liberated at this point, rather than res team sponsorship. I just think that ruins... That sets Andrew back a lot further than that team sponsorship puts you ahead. Okay. So we're going to get a knifed on R&D. So yeah, he's just going to break through the wraparound. So both players are quite rich now. I think this is still in Whizzard's favour, but NEH is much better position now than it was. Certainly a much better position to score a Sans, to use a Sansan or use a Biotic to score out an Astro, for example. The trouble is that there's not much keeping Andrew out of R&D at the moment, and so medium dig is absolutely on the table. So more spam. Here we go. I think this is I think at this point Andrew just hits R&D as much as he can. Oh, what's this? Assassin? No, toll booth. Ooh, Tollbooth is a weird one against Whizzard. Trouble is, it's only a spoon away from being dead. I mean, take liberated money, spooned R&D would be strong. Though then again, it might be... Yeah, I was going to say there, you just click for a credit when he has liberated money available. So here's a question, like, do you spoon last click to get the extra thing, or do you spooned at the start of your turn so you get 4 free runs on R&D effectively before John has a chance to re-ice it? I mean, as John here, I think you need to put more ice on R&D because it's very easy to feel safe behind a toll booth, but as I say, Whizzard is only a spoon away from just destroying that. Again, Andrew's quite liberal about just playing a liberated account to put him to 0 and then not taking any money from him before passing the turn. I worry about that, especially against a deck which has breaking news in it. I mean, if one of those is a San, I guess it's unlikely, but all it takes is a San or even like... Yeah, it's just... If that liberator gets trashed now, Andrew is so far behind. But it looks like John has just managed to never advance out a Beal, which is, yeah, fair play. That puts John in a much better position now because, like, Biotic, or indeed San score is very much on the table. Okay, so Andrew's trashing that San. Just going to check the extra emotes. There's a CVS. But that's going to stay there, which is interesting. I think I like trashing that just because it messes with your medium later. This is a very close game. It's a hard one to call. I think now that John is on 5, he's in a much better position to close out the game. I don't know if he's running Biotic. I feel that he should be. But if so, that means he can just kind of... moneying up and waiting to Biotic does sound like a reasonable plan, or even just sneak out just try and sneak out a San. Certainly the amount you've snuck John has snuck out agendas is kind of making Andrew very wary of letting these sit down. As you can see, Andrew is checking them now. Hopefully John has read that and has just put out a bunch of nonsense. Here's a Mumba Temple. And Andrew's going to leave it, which is kind of reasonable at this point. There's a pad campaign. Yeah, John has reached that critical mass. We're going to check the last one. Going to pop a Jackson. Yeah, John's in a good position here. Yeah, San seems good. Diversified. Ooh. Okay, so he's shuffling in 2 diversified portfolios and a face down card, not the San. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that because I feel that John is fine for money at the moment. I mean, we've just seen Andrew ignore both a Mumba Temple and a pad campaign, so he's going to get that pad campaign for free. I don't know if you need a diversified portfolio at this point. Like, I feel like you're going to get enough money to res a San or play a or res any ice you want, or play a can't remember the name of the card. Bartic Labour. I don't know why you don't rise Member Temple here. I think you probably... I don't know if there's a misplay, but I think it's worth just using Temple to res the other Temple, just so that that's res now. Okay, I think Biotic is certainly the best plan here. Oh, I think John might have won here as he snuck out the one remote that Andrew hasn't checked to score Sansan, and yeah, that's game. Very well played by John there. I was worried there for John, but you know, he certainly managed to pull it back. Some very cheeky sneaks there. And yeah, managed to put the Sansan in the one place that Andrew wasn't bothered to check. So yeah, that was a very close game actually. Well done to both players. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching. My name is Ken Maxey. This has been Round of Packet Loss, and thank you.